Hello, hello, hello. You may not be able to see it behind me, but Mosaic Madness. It's Saturday morning, one of my favorite places to come and just make something from the broken pieces of life. Turn broken into beauty. I'm going to spend probably a few more than 2 minutes, even though they've opened the doors and I want to get busy on my project. I am challenging you to join me for the 2-minute challenge, a daily 2-minute challenge. I got to join dear one, Carin Channing. You've heard me talk about her in a few recent videos. We did a continuing education class together yesterday, and it was probably the most fun ethics class I've ever had. And she gave us a 2-minute challenge for at least 7 days. And I think she was inviting us, well, not just to kind of assess maybe a dream that's been on hold, is kind of where my brain wants to go. But she said, look at your life. The class was ethics, so it was about burnout. And she was talking about how you know when you maybe even have compassion fatigue in life. I don't know why I'm giggling about that exactly, but if you're in a helping profession and you give and you love and you help and you pour out, sometimes you don't recognize your own depletion. And so she, if you've ever done a mind map, maybe we'll do a whole video on that. You just kind of put yourself in the center and then just dump. It's meant to be a brain dump where you can just go off of yourself and all these things maybe that I think I'm a conscious being. I think I'm pretty chill most of the time, that I have created and opened up a lot of space in my life and in my being. I practice that nearly daily. And so I was surprised. Like health was one of the first ones I went to, family. I don't know that I went to job, but, and so on health, it was like, oh my gosh, I've been worried about my knees lately. My mom needs another knee replacement, and my knees are now 61 years old, and I have a little bit of arthritis, and I'm kind of worried about those, but I'm trying not to worry about them. So in the resistance, I'm losing energy around that. And there was just a whole lot of little offshoots from that health. With family, I realize how often I worry about my mom. She sometimes calls me up to 5 times a day, and it triggers some anxiety in me. I feel like maybe I'm not showing up for her in the way that I need to be. Even music, which is a love for me. It's my passion in life. This channel, sometimes I feel like, oh, I want to do more, or I started it so that I could use it as a tool. Since most of us don't have CD players anymore, I started the I Amming as LLD channel as a complement to my upcoming book, A Handbook of Healing with Mind Mantras, restoring balance and harmony to life. And I wanted the channel to be a way that you could go and experience me in each mantra. So you had some support. I need to see something. So in the description of each video, I try to go ahead and write out the mantra we're working on. And I may say it and you may let that sound wash over you. I encourage you to say it yourself and feel that vibrate through your body. And sometimes there's a little pressure, feeling like I'm not doing as much as I want to be doing, or I get on here and I ramble for long periods of time and wonder if anybody's getting any benefit. I realized the other day I started out to do a short little reading from the 5th Tarot by Teresina and Martin Balkans. Just a lovely, lovely companion in life. Beautiful imagery painted all by Teresina, and sweet messages for life. And that what could have been a 10-minute reading turned into a 59-minute video. At one point I was talking about little glass shards on in fact, they're from the last stained glass window I made here at Mosaic. There were little shards of glass on the floor, and I was scooting around and afraid I was cutting up the floor, and I was distracted by that. I'm like, butterflies. So we've been practicing relax, the word relaxing this year together in 2026. When you feel the frenetic energy, I can even start to notice it in my voice. Even right now, I want to introduce the 2-minute challenge, and I wanted to do it in 2 minutes, but it's taken 4 to even start to explain what I want to do together, hopefully each day, taking 2 minutes out of the day. So a lot of times we're maybe not even conscious of, like I said, what we're worried about in music. It's like, I want to do more with 10 Penny Gypsy this year, and I want to get farther along in the Mayan mantra book, and so on and so on and so on. And that can feel like pressure. It can feel like an anxiety or a weight that I'm carrying. So do the mind map if you want before you start the challenge, and just that could be the 2 minutes you spend every day. She was just talking about, we get lost in maybe the heaviness of even the things we would love to be doing, even our passions, even our dreams sometimes cause anxiety in our lives, cause self-judgment because we don't think we're giving enough time to it, because we sometimes make it too big, too large, we think it's going to take too much time from our day that we tell ourselves we don't have. We think too much time, too much energy. It's going to take our focus away from this running little hamster wheel in our brains, that monkey mind that tells us everything we should be doing, not what we want to be doing. So Carin challenged us, and I'm challenging you to join me. 2 minute break down whatever, maybe take one little area on there on your mind map if you decide to do that. You don't have to commit the time to do that, or let that be, like I said, let that be your first 2 minute day, and take one little thing from it. So I noticed how many things, little offshoots there were in terms of health and things I'm worried about right now. So she mentioned Zumba, and I'm like, I used to love to do Zumba, and I need more movement in my life. My aging body needs that. And sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't have time to get out for that walk, or that Tai Chi thing I paid for, the video's not working. And I find all these barriers to doing it. So for 2 minutes a day, whether it's literally Zumba, choose one thing if you want. I get bored. I like variety. So for 2 minutes, I gonna find a YouTube video. She suggested you partner it. I'm not sure what word she used, with something you're already doing every day. So, like this morning, here's another example. I mean, can I do 2 minutes of Zumba? Yeah, I was doing it while I was getting ready in the kitchen the other day. Maybe, yeah. Not while I was doing the dishes, but I was like, put on some Zumba music and dance around your house while you're doing chores. 2 minutes, just 2 minutes, bite-sized pieces. I was going to do today, but I was driving here to Hot Springs, about an hour from my house, to Mosaic. And I thought, after some of the recent events of my life, I probably shouldn't do that while I'm driving. So I waited till I got here, and I'm stationary. But one of my own clients, shared with me recently something she learned, that humming, who loves to hum, who loves to create sound, who loves to make beautiful music, humming, I don't know if it stimulates or calms the vagus nerve. I could take 2 minutes to look that up, but I'd rather hum for 2 minutes. So this morning, while I was brushing my teeth and putting on my socks and shoes, and I was humming. Humming stimulates or calms the vagus nerve, and the vagus nerve it's our nervous system. It calms the nervous system, which will improve my health. Movement, I guess I could hum and move around for 2 minutes. Get them both in. So hum is a mantra I love. So if it's hard for you to just sit and hum for 2 minutes, that may be the very next video I do, because I'm going to start doing little 2 minute videos. I notice they don't go into my main videos, and I wish they did. So, because I don't know if you get alerted each time I post a short video. And so the 2 minutes go into short videos. So look for them there if you want to join me in this 2 minute a day challenge. And let's see if we can do it for at least 7 days together. Maybe later today we'll do the humming. Yesterday I did one, which was another little introduction. I had gone down to the river, and so I was telling you a little bit about this challenge and maybe how I spent more than 2 minutes yesterday sitting in the sun, and that felt so good. I set a timer. It does not need to be more than 2 minutes. You can make it longer, but what would it look like if you started just setting aside? Don't think of it as setting aside, because I think that gets in our way. Think of it as, again, as I'm doing the dishes. I don't like to do them at night before I go to bed for some weird reason. And then I see them in the morning and I think, oh, my kitchen's dirty. So this morning I thought, because I have a hard time waking up my brain and my body, I did the dishes. Hum while you do the dishes. Whether it's at night before you go to bed, imagine calming your nervous system before bed. If it's in the morning and waking it up, find something. Doesn't have to be the same thing every day. But for me, maybe I'll focus on health. You know me, I like to mix it up, and I love to share with you. So I'm not promising it's going to be a focus on health every day, but it may incorporate health and music and mantras and I don't know, so many of the different things I want to prioritize in my life, and I want to keep them fun so that they continue to happen. I love you. I love you. I love you. Hey, spend 2 minutes today staring in the mirror and just saying, I love you, la la, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. God, you could say it in a way that sing-song. You put your hand on your chest and feel that hum or that vibration. I love you, I love you, I love you. Love yourself. Bye for now.